Hello and welcome back to Point to Play Games for some more Whispers of a Machine. The last time we were around, we spoke with the spokeswoman and informed her of what we found, where they're calling backup now from the city, which will take a little bit of time to get there, but for now they're just going to keep that weird womb thing operational. We had gone to sleep and actually had a fever dream almost of our boyfriend Alex, who something seemingly happened to him, maybe? I don't really know, but there's that. And then lastly, we properly awoke to find that an accident had occurred at the recycling plant. Turns out, though, it's not too much of an accident, as we found the murder weapon within this metal pile after pulling it out of the machine, and also made the just sort of general discovery that the poor gentleman, whose name is escaping me right now, seems to have been thrown into this organic recycler and is currently within basically just a, bloody mess between the grind wheels. Either way, we're not too positive as to what the direction we should go in is. Whoops. However, we do have Leonard's key. It just doesn't really tell us to what. Either way, we have a murder weapon, so I guess let's just start walking around and see if we can stumble.
Hi, honey.
No. Wait, what? It wasn't a dream? I must be going crazy. The blue is messing with my head.
That's one way to say hello. You doing okay there, darling?
Not really, Alex.
How can I help them? This is weird for me, too.
I have no idea. It's so strange seeing you like this.
Well, I'm here now. Maybe we should just try to make the best of it.
I guess so.
Great. So,
Oh, keeping it together somehow. I thought taking on this case would give me a chance to get away from everything.
I get that. We went through a lot.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Well, I'll let you get back to the case. Let's talk later, all right?
Okay. I must be losing my mind.
What on earth was that? Is this a side effect? I think they said that there was a side effect to this augmentation stuff, but okay, that was unexpected.
A mural depicting some kind of abstract art.
Okay, I was about to say it's very confusing. I have no idea what that is, but let's talk to the street artist, I guess.
Hey there.
Hi. Whoa, badass coat.
Oh, thanks. Got it a week ago.
Right on. You need to get some patches and stickers and shit for it too. Give it some personality.
I might just do that. So, you're some kind of artist.
Yeah? What do you think?
It reminds me of a fractal pattern. Looks like two flowers hugging. It's gotta be ball lightning, right? I don't know.
It reminds me of a fractal pattern.
Huh. That's an interesting take.
Yeah. Alright, so I can go to Namir Road, east, northwest. Let's head towards the northwest, I guess. We're just kind of picking a random direction, I think, at this moment. Cafe. Broken windows, an elevator, some stairs up.
Not sure what happened here, but it looks like old damage. Somebody swept up the glass on the outside, but didn't bother with actually repairing the windows. I think that leads to a church of some kind. No reason to go up there at the moment. Maybe later. I don't feel an urge for a coffee break right now. Doesn't look functional. There's probably a staircase somewhere.
Okay, doesn't really seem like there's too much to do here, so we'll just go back real quick, I guess. I don't know, let's just out of, curiosity as usual. Let's just randomly use the smart scanner or something like that. Nope. Okay, let's head to the east then. Guess I'm not too sure what we want to do at this point. To the junk heap, there's a door. That goes south. I don't know. I mean, can we go in here?
Not sure where that door leads.
I guess we're not going to find out either. Alright, so we can go to the junk heap. I don't know why we would. Again, I'm not really...
The junk piles extend some half a mile into the empty eastern part of town. I doubt they're being added to, though. Nordson residents seem conscientious about recycling.
That seems correct.
I don't have a reason to visit the junk heap right now.
I like that. That very much faked me out. I of course assumed that we actually were going to go that way. Obviously these are a lot of like new unexplored sort of spaces. Okay, all right, that's fine. Let's just head. Let's head to the town square. We'll go into the police office and then I guess just start talking and seeing if we can find any, I guess, any useful information.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
Okay, I mean, let's start talking about what we've found.
What do you know about the conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure out the details.
Understood. I'll let you know if I come across anything related to them.
He seems like a pretty straight up good cop. Let's talk about Leonard's murder, though.
So, it looks like Leonard's accident was a murder after all.
Seems so, yeah. We have to catch this psycho before he strikes again.
Agreed.
Well, that was not very enlightening.
Have a look at this. It's the weapon used to kill Carl and Maya.
Looks generic. We have hundreds of knives like that in town. Any prints or DNA on it?
Nope, totally clean.
Damn. Hopefully it could still be helpful in some way.
Okay, so that was really interesting. I didn't realize that we can kind of like show them and, you know, they might get, like, give us a little bit of information.
I found this among Leonard's remains.
Ah, probably his key then. Unless the killer dropped it in there. In any case, I don't know what it opens.
I mean, that seems to be kind of like the problem. We have a key, but no lock.
What do you know about Leonard Dahl?
Nothing really. I never got to talk to him much.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is? She may also go by the name Melinda.
I don't know about Katarina, but Melinda? That's the name of the school teacher, I think. At least that's what I heard the kids call her outside.
Are you absolutely sure?
Positive. As far as I know, she's the only Melinda in Nordsund.
That's excellent news. If you see her, take her into custody immediately, and let your colleagues know to be on the lookout too.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Very interesting.
All right,
kidding.
I'm off.
Good luck out there.
Okay, I'm glad we asked about that. If we hadn't asked, then we wouldn't have gotten any good information. Alright, let's talk to the commissary. Like I said,
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
not too positive as what to do, but again, at least we're getting some sort of information at the moment, and we might stumble into the right thing.
Are you familiar with the conduit?
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, don't tell me these murders are terrorist-related.
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell me, anything you've heard or seen.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I learned that Leonard's death wasn't an accident. He was placed in that machine after his death.
I suspected as much. Any leads on his killer?
Some. I found the weapon that killed Carl and Maya in the recycling center, but it's clean.
So the murderer must have stashed it there after disposing of Leonard.
Probably. It was placed in the metal recycler, so maybe the killer meant for it to get smelted down and destroyed.
Sounds like a plausible theory.
Interesting. Let's talk about these last two, just for the sake.
Did you know Leonard Dahl?
Not at all. I only first learned his name this morning.
Did you know Carla?
I would...
Oops, sorry about that. Here we go. Let's talk about Katerina again.
Do you know who Katerina Berg is, the school teacher? She also calls herself Melinda.
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
He's always bad with names.
Any idea of what this opens?
Nope, not a clue.
This weapon killed Carla and Maya. I found it in the recycling center.
Then all 3 killings must be connected. Great work, Agent. We're one step closer to catching the killer.
That's all I needed.
As
Very well,
always,
very well.
they're less than enlightening. They're not particularly helpful, are they? Alright, well, we're just gonna start doing the super teleport. Can we go into the school now? Actually, let's hop into the clinic. I think they said that the doctor is not in currently, but maybe the nurse can be helpful?
Horrible how much death has befallen us. I read that in a book once.
A fitting quote, considering the circumstances.
Nope, useless. Cool, thank you for not being helpful at all. Yeah, so he's not here, so there's not really anything to check out.
I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports.
So we'll just leave here. I feel like at this point I'm just doing things I did in the very first episode and just being vaguely
Unused bandages
disappointed.
would come in handy in a pinch.
Yep, and I still won't pick them up. Alright, well, so once again, not the right place to go. Let's try and go to the school just because they gave us some sort of information. Then we'll try and go to the canteen, things like that. Just see if we can find some answer to something. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay, so, first question. Cool, great first question. We got the answer. Let's smart scan this. And cool, nothing. Awesome. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws, but it figured it doesn't exactly hurt to sort of keep trying for a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Let's
Looks like a few kids left some of their clothes here.
start clicking on things.
Looks disconnected. Probably not worth the energy. I don't need to rummage through that. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I doubt Katerina would hide anything in here. Too exposed. Various books and office supplies.
There is the classroom.
Pictures of teachers and staff decorate the wall. Some are from way back when the school was founded. No names anywhere, though. There are a number of women here who could be Katerina, but it's hard to be sure without something specific to go on. Plenty of outdoor activities planned for the children. Drawings of different plants and trees, with close-ups of their nuts, leaves, and seeds.
Interesting.
I don't need to rummage through.
Again, I know that
Empty. Guess there are no classes today.
it feels super random, like everything we're doing, but as always, you never know in these types of games where suddenly you're gonna have a breakthrough of some type. Let's go to the canteen. I wonder if the guy that we tricked is here. Is it just patrons? Is anyone on the balcony that's useful? Nope, no surprise there. Okay. So. Nope, don't look at the machine. There we go. Alright, let's go to the town entrance and see actually if we can get into the museum. I just remembered that, yeah, they're clear. Let's go into the museum. Interesting. Very interesting. So just for the sake of my curiosity. See, again, we might be totally out of order with the stuff we're trying to do here. And honestly, that wouldn't surprise me that much if we were totally out of order. But again,
Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse.
Without knowing exactly what I'm looking for, and it could just be spelled out right in front of me and I just am not noticing.
This facility has been deemed compliant with the Third Decree, 12th Amendment, on November 4th, 79 AR.
But without knowing exactly what it is we're looking at or looking for, I'm just sort of...
It shows various star constellations. Apparently the ones we plan to explore with some incredible new rocket engine that they were about to finish when the collapse happened.
What was I saying? Right, no, yeah, but so just because we're sort of sitting here and trying to find some sort of answer about something, and I just don't see what it is that I'm looking for, then it's just kind of like, how can we not just look everywhere? Especially in places that we were thinking about before.
It's hard to think that most people had several of these in their homes once upon a time. The collapse occurred on what we now refer to as Year Zero AR, Anno Reducto, Year of the Collapse. During this time, AI was involved intimately in every part of our lives. The typical family could not be sustained without it for more than a few weeks. A coalition of anti-technology, anti-globalist, and religious movements, referred to as the Human Wave, reached a critical mass due to a series of AI incidents across the globe. A growing fear of the singularity, mainly proposed by Voice for Human Progress, VFHP, was a contributing factor, as were proven hardware faults in widespread robotics across the globe. On June 2nd, the Third Decree UN resolution was passed, declaring that all AI was scheduled to be discontinued over a course of 10 years. An observant reader may notice that this definition is different from the Third Decree we live by today, wherein CPUs are completely outlawed. This is because the Third Decree has been amended 12 times. However, the phasing out period for AI did not proceed as planned, and we now enter an era in which there are large holes in our historical records. But we do know that there was a massive worldwide blackout, rendering most computer chips and processors in the world unusable. Contemporary scholars have theorized about what exactly caused this sudden change. If it was a deliberate large-scale attack, an unintended consequence of the ongoing shutdowns, or if there could be natural causes, such as solar flares. The evidence is scarce, and the lack of global communication and infrastructure, not to mention the struggle for daily survival, has made truth-seeking in this matter extraordinarily difficult. Regardless, the end result was clear. From that day, the old world was no more. In the dark, we took our first stumbling steps as truly free humans, surrounded by our mountains of dead machines.
So, I mean, that's a really interesting, I guess, history in terms of the game, and also a really, I guess, interesting, and I realize I'm saying interesting, quite a bit right there, but it's a really thought-provoking, I suppose, way of sort of thinking about, as in our own lives and the real world, I guess, not in this game, we get closer and closer to machines being such a huge part in everything we do that, you can't help but question what would happen if we reached a point where we decided that machines were a problem. Again, it's just a very thought-provoking concept and something that you can't help but wonder if we'll ever reach that point with AI, how it'll interact with the real world. But enough musing. Let's, I guess, just look at more stuff here until we get a breakthrough.
Due to the Third Decree, AI today is practically non-existent outside sanctioned laboratory conditions. Fringe terrorist groups such as the Conduit and End Protocol, EP, still try to resurrect AI, but have been successfully fought and nearly wiped out by authorities. Critics of the nanosubstance Blue claim that despite it lacking CPUs, it is a form of intelligent neural network warranted to be included in the Third Decree. Defenders of Blue tend to cite the Fourth Amendment, where transhumanism efforts in the form of human augmentation are declared legal. However, the Fourth Amendment was written before the discovery of blue, when primitive mechanical and cybernetic implants were the only options for human augmentation. A regeneration pod kept people healthy and energetic. No idea what this is. Must have been some kind of local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it.
So I just find it really interesting how this is kind of like an interactive, almost like, history museum.
I'm pretty sure these were flown autonomously, and that some famous world leader got killed by hackers who took control of her vehicle. A terrorist group claimed responsibility, and there was a bloody civil war.
Interesting.
Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. There's no crack caused by the Hyperloop failure, and the crater field is nowhere to be seen. Wow, this thing must have been fearsome back in the day.
Okay, well, that was just another useless moment. Well, either way, unfortunately, we're out of time for right now. We'll have to try and keep finding out what on earth we're supposed to be doing a little later. So, sorry about that. So, for now, thank you very much for joining me here at Point to Play Games. And always remember to make a point to play games. Alright, see you later.